The Aging Plan. This is a book that is authored by Dr. Marius. Dr. Marius has studied gerontology, which is the science of aging. So why go through this book? The anti-aging plan. We all want to stay longer and we also want to stay younger. And this book gives us a crash course in anti-aging, which is complete with the specifics that one may need to begin a healthy path to a life of increased wellness and longevity. The tips that are discussed in this book they help one to deal with the age-related complications and antidotes to the impact of aging, which is normal in our busy and stressed out lives that we are living today, where you may wake up one day feeling like you're 20 years older than you are, and sometimes you feel like you are age, yeah? So one thing that you pick from this book is that your metabolic age is different from your calendar age. Some of the key takeaways is that you can slow down the aging process. You can also prevent diseases that are associated with age. You can live in good health up to a ripe old age. Something interesting is that aging can be stopped for a while, and it can also be reversed to some degree. And the author also argues that it is biologically possible to live to a healthy 120 years of age. And he says that with a proper lifestyle, attitude, exercise, nutrition, and supplements, you are able to deal with most of the maladies that are associated with aging. Something else he also suggests is that after the age of 35, aging will begin to accelerate, and aging doesn't equal disease. And as I had earlier mentioned, the author also argues that your biological age and your chronological age are most likely different. Okay? So what are some of the other things that you need to get from this book? Is that people age due to factors that damage the body, and that includes chemicals, toxic byproducts of metabolism, which are also known as free radicals, and there is also random damage and genes that affect aging. Also argues that people age because this damage is not repaired properly due to a lack of energy, lack of hormones, some faulty genes in the body, and some failures of the immune system. There is one key line which I got from this book, and I'm going to paraphrase it directly. It was quite interesting, yeah? It was saying that the three most common killers, that is heart disease, stroke, and cancer, are diseases connected with the Western way of life and not just with age alone. African tribes, which still follow a more primitive way of life, don't have a high incidence of these diseases. So I was asking myself, knowing too well that the author of this book is European and argues that in Africa we don't have a high incidence of these diseases, yet as a Kenyan, I know so many people who die of heart disease, and the diseases mentioned here are still an issue to us, yeah? And it was an eye-opener, which is something that we all know, maybe definitely, that by copying the Western way of life, the Western way of life is a sedentary lifestyle, a diet rich in carbohydrates and sugars, and such kind of stuff. It leads to the three most common diseases that lead to death. And so the author suggests that when you understand the basic ways in which the body ages, you are in a better position to fight disease. Another line I picked from this book is that happiness, adaptability, and optimism, they also play an important role in general health and longevity. Worrying so much about being old will actually make you older than you are. So what are the secrets of anti-aging? Well, prevention is better than cure. We all know that, yeah? So it is possible to prevent most kinds of heart problems, strokes, and cancers, as well as other diseases, including environmentally induced and stress-induced illnesses. Some researchers believe that prevention of these diseases would increase the average human lifespan up to 30 years, which means that it's possible to live up to 100 years or more when you're still in good health. They also indicate that staying in a boring environment can accelerate the loss of connections between brain cells and reduce the formation of new ones, which results in aging. So for men, what are the anti-aging secrets for men according to this author? If you're 25 to 40 years, they say that you enjoy some form of energetic exercise, maybe at least 3 times a week. You check your testicles for any lumps. This is to prevent prostate cancer. Avoid smoking and limit your alcohol consumption. And then some supplements that are good for you 25 to 40 years include vitamins A, vitamin C, vitamin E, and selenium. It also says that you practice safe and frequent sex. If you're 41 to 55 years old, the author suggests that you consider using prostate supplements if necessary, or you consider taking those supplements that will protect you from prostate cancer. Also suggests that you take care of your skin. Also suggests that you use supplements that may include more specific anti-agers, and these include carnosine and pynogenol. Also suggests that exercise should include less energetic gym training and more outdoor activities. Suggests that if you've not been doing brain exercises, you try to do it, especially 3 times a week. And then you control a bulging tummy with regular abdominal exercises, diet, and massage. So no pot belly after 41 to 55 years. Then 56 to 70 years, it says that you continue taking those supplements that will protect you from prostate cancer. And those are palmito, nettle root, and pygeum. Avoid the pitfalls of social aging. Social aging is where your life stops when you retire, or maybe you're out of active employment. And then it also suggests that you continue to follow your interests, walk, swim, or do home exercises regularly. The supplements that men are encouraged to take at this age also include isoflavones, antioxidants such as vitamin E and Q10, and also carnosine. It was interesting to read this book because I have known isoflavones to be good supplements after 41, but I thought they are only good for women, yeah? So reading this book opened up my eyes to know that even men need to take their isoflavones. And it is interesting that if you go to the chemist in Nairobi or in Kenya today, most of the isoflavones will be targeting the female clients, definitely because of menopause. But yes, good to know that even men should take this. Also suggests that you continue taking ginkgo biloba. Oh, biloba is such a good thing for brain. I use it especially when I'm going through some intellectual kind of torture somewhere. And ginkgo always work for me. So 56 to 70, you're encouraged to take that supplement, ginkgo biloba. And also, men are encouraged to prevent osteoporosis. And this is by taking 1000 mg of calcium a day. Osteoporosis is demineralization of your bones, yeah, where you lose a lot of calcium from your bones simply because you're not making new bone cells. Also, they are encouraged to take some growth hormone releasers. And some of the growth hormone releasers are activities like fasting. These are some of the activities that help your body to generate new growth hormones naturally, and that keeps you younger for long. And then of course, this is obvious, yeah, you do daily stretching exercises because this helps to keep the joints in good conditions, yeah. Another thing they are saying is that several foods can help us live longer, look younger, and generally fight the aging process. These foods can also help in reducing the risk of age-related diseases. And some of these age-related diseases are Alzheimer's, dementia, osteoporosis, cancer, and heart disease. One thing to notice is that a diet that will help you keep young and avoid the age-related diseases is a diet that is low in starch, a diet that is low in sugar, one that is high in proteins, high in fats, and also high in vegetables. From 71 to 80 years, observe all the above that we have discussed if you are a man, and continue taking extra anti-aging drugs such as DHEA or pregnenolone. I had to go to the chemist to get to know what is this. And apparently most of these things, knowing that this book was written by a doctor, it has got a very high level of technical and scientific firms. But I want to tell you that it is available in Nairobi. I actually checked and there are like more than 3 brands of these, yeah. So if you have your old mama or your old papa, you can buy for them. And also, it also argues that you should review your illnesses and any prescription that you've been given by your doctor. After 80 years, continue living a healthy lifestyle. Biologically speaking, it doesn't matter how much you smoke by now, but exercise does matter, okay? Continue taking your supplements as they have been listed above, and also pay extra attention to your diet. And he's arguing that your diet should also contain proteins and fish, as we had said. Fats and proteins are also very good for you, and plenty of vegetables. Stay active and enjoy yourself. After 56 up to 65 years, as a lady, you are encouraged to continue with all that we have discussed, that is in terms of swimming and supplements. But something else you are encouraged to do is to add vitamin D to your supplements, and your vitamin D supplement should have at least 400 international units. Don't avoid the sun completely at this age, yeah, because your body needs vitamin D a lot. And vitamin D works together with calcium to keep your bones strong. After 66 to 76, avoid isolation, be social, increase your social activities, do mental exercises, continue with your supplements. And then also at this age, just like with the men, add ginkgo biloba to your diet and do what you enjoy, yeah? And then after 77, just like for the men, continue with your supplements, avoid isolation and loneliness, take your vitamin D and calcium, and yes, have regular checkups for your health. I love this book. I enjoyed reading this book, to be honest, yeah? I am also one of those people who don't want to age fast. If I can just keep it longer, I like it. I give this book a star of 7 out of 10. It's practical. The level of technicality is quite high, but it's good for an average reader. Yeah? I think it's good maybe for 70% of the population. Only 30% that do not have a clear understanding of science and biology will have an issue with the book. Yeah? Something else to note is that most of the supplements that are listed in this book are very rare supplements, and this is why I would like you to read the book. And they are available in Nairobi. They are not available in every pharmacy. Yeah? Like carnosine, you will not find it in every pharmacy. Isoflavones are quite available. I checked and they are quite available. But it's a very good book. It also goes into details in the last chapters. It discusses how to take care of the old. So if you have parents who are old at home, you know which supplements to give them, discusses about chondroitin and glucosamine. It's a very good book, and the good thing is that it doesn't look at supplements alone. It looks at overall diet. It looks at psychosocial support for an individual at different ages, and the things that you can do and make you grow old fast. Yeah, so it's a good book. If this is one of the topics that interests you, I just encourage you to go and get yourself a copy, and please let me know what you think about this book review. Bye. Thanks for tuning.